G Production.
Got a bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now. Let my bitch off the purse, she get 100 rounds. 100 rounds, hold me down.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, I have a special guest here, my baby, my boyfriend. I didn't do a boyfriend tag yet because we wasn't really planning on doing a video. This kind of just came straight to the head, and I think that this video specifically is gonna help a lot of y'all who have been in toxic relationships, toxic situations with people that you actually do see yourself, but it just never seemed to just go right. There's always something going on. So we basically just about to talk to y'all about how we went from toxic to a healthy relationship. Not overnight, of course, but we're still on our way to the top. We just, got a couple of new things we trying to be more patient. We got a lot going on. So yeah, y'all. And if y'all feeling this and y'all feeling him, because I know how y'all get about me, what?
He was asleep. Come here, Pop.
Anyway, so if y'all feeling this video, I just might throw in a little extra boyfriend tag for y'all. And who knows, we might just start making some videos for y'all, because y'all be going crazy on live. Y'all love us together. Y'all be amping us. Y'all encouraging it. You hear dangling in the background. That's Stitch. He just be walking around. If y'all know Stitches, that's our dog. That's our baby. But he just got his own personality. So we're going to show a lot for y'all. Anyways, that's my baby, y'all.
You want to tell him my name?
You want to tell him your name, not me.
Alright.
Mic check.
What?
Mic check.
My name is Holy, and I've been in this girl life for about, what, 2 years now? Yeah, going on 2 years. We done been through mad shit, bro. We done been to hell and back. We done been together, broke up 100,000,000 times.
20 million.
Yeah. Just being young and immature and just going through life. You feel me? It happens, respectfully. It's just about making certain changes to yourself and to your situation to be with somebody that you love if you actually want to. You feel me?
Yeah, y'all. I just want to, y'all know what just came to mind? You know the saying when they be like, if he wanted to, he would? Yeah. That's why he here with me right now. He wanted to be with me or whatever.
Nah, respectfully.
Nah.
On a serious note though, like I had said to her, like, we decided we wanted to call this Coming Clean, and it was because of a major conversation that we had together, and it was just like we were tired.
Unplanned.
Yeah, it was unplanned.
100% unplanned.
It was super spontaneous. It was just like something that was meant to happen. That's why it happened, and we just felt like it was that time,
Yeah.
It was either we were gonna, either make it work for the better or just turn around and just walk away from each other forever.
And this was our last shot. This is the last. We tried this so many times. This was the last time to get it right. So we really on our P's and Q's for everything.
We didn't have typical relationship problems that other relationships had. We didn't necessarily argue over the things that average couples argue over. We had a really unique situation. We started our relationship long distance. A majority of our relationship was long distance, and that's what caused a lot of the strain and the stress. We just put each other in a lot of compromising positions, and making poor decisions, both of us, and especially myself, I would say. And it got to the point where she was tired of me, I would get tired of her. We would get to the point where the toxic.
It was just.
Yeah.
Too toxic. Like, we just thought it was no going back, but we still wanted to be together. It was just too much distractions and things around us that was, preventing us from doing that. But you wanna, in a nutshell, tell them how this whole video came about? Like,
So, Coming Clean is the video. Coming Clean, and essentially what that means to us is we decided to tell each other everything and our entire truths about everything, about when we were dating other people, when we were seeing other people, the times when we were apart, because we loved each other so much that we would break up, not talk for a while, and then see each other, and it would be like it was never a day missed, and we would just just try to proceed with life, and of course our insecurities would be sky high because we would just pretend like we weren't dating other people. and just, try to just move past it. And those are the things that will breed insecurities in our relationship and cause us to overthink or overfeel at times when it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah. So this is something that y'all gonna understand that's different about us. If we do decide to go forward with even engaging with y'all more, talking to y'all more, making videos for y'all, we're not a YouTube couple. We don't plan to be a YouTube couple. Whatever happens. We blown with the wind. Like, it is what it is.
Even if we make the channel, we would never consider ourselves a YouTube couple.
Like, I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. I'm just a content creator, and I don't even go fully hard with that, to be completely honest with y'all. So it's so cliche. I just feel like there's a certain stigma around YouTube couple.
Like, our whole thing,
we gonna have fun though.
We want to have fun, and we want to just give y'all content that y'all can use to better your relationship or whatever situation you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this girl, I love this girl, right? I love her to death. She's a very down-to-earth individual, and she puts so many things in perspective for me that I would have never thought I would be able to, fathom. Like literally, she makes me want to understand and be a better person myself. And I think that's a major thing that you need to look for if you have a partner. Your partner should definitely want to bring out the best of you. You can have somebody who you're attracted to, who you don't argue with, who you fairly get along with. Y'all see eye to eye, but if they're not a person who's motivating you to get to a certain place or, bringing out a better you, then you don't need to be with them. You feel me? And those are the things that we want to kind of touch on and just give you guys some advice or steer you guys in the right direction as we have steered ourselves.
So, Tomo, I got a question, right? So, let's just cut to the chase. Look, alright? This is what happened, right? I went in the store. I left my phone in the car unlocked. He went through my phone. He saw some shit that most people would have never been able to come back from. So I want to know what made you still want to be here or try to make it work the right way after going through my phone.
I mean, that's the thing though. If anybody go through their phone, they're gonna see shit that they're not gonna come back from, or they wouldn't want to. It's all about maturity. Like, at the end of the day, it's a mature thing. Like, the same way I seen that, and in my mind, the only thing that I was thinking in my mind was like, damn, like, I know I'm doing shit. And this is one of those times where we decided to get back together and act like we weren't dating other people, we weren't talking to other people, and we weren't spending time with other people. Like, this was the things that we wanted to do. And, like, I knew I was doing shit too. So before I could just jump up and judge her, this person who I claim to love so much, who I actually do love so much, before I could turn it and just pin it on her like most people would, I took responsibility for my own actions. So upon addressing her about the situation, I agreed to her that, you're gonna tell me the truth, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and we're gonna just go from here. Either we can be together or we won't.
It's either or. There was no in betweens. We either all in or we just.
We both never put ourselves in positions to where we cheated on each other.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
We just would personally split up, and these are the things that led us to, of course, see other people. Like, when you're in a situation with somebody and it gets so toxic that you just want to get away from them, where you start to hate them because of their actions or your own actions, you just kind of displace things. And that's kind of how we were for a while. Like, we just were butting, we would argue for nothing, about absolutely nothing.
And then we both have a badass attitude. We both are very verbal about how we feel. We're very outspoken. So he would say something, I would say something, and now we just both saying shit.
Yeah,
it's just like, what the?
It was one of those things where it was just like, we would pick a fight because we wanted to fight.
Yeah.
And that was tiring as fuck.
Yo, and that's the signs of a toxic situation. If y'all arguing or your partner, whoever you are involved with, is picking an argument or purposely trying to upset you just to not speak to you, because I did that to you too. And it's just like, why y'all even dealing with each other? But I think that's the type of thing where y'all know y'all gonna get back together. You just want to do you, and then that be it. But that's one of the main signs of like a toxic situation. It's just like don't waste nobody's time, bro. That's the thing for me.
Yeah,
it's just like even though we knew that we would wind up together eventually or at a certain point in time, all that toxic shit is just like, it's so draining. It makes you not want to speak to them. It makes you not want to be around them. It makes you do stupid things. It makes you be influenced by other people trying to tell you what you should do, or know damn well you shouldn't be doing something, and they just in your ear about shit. Like, it's a lot of things that can make a toxic situation. And I just feel like at the end of the day, when you get to a certain age, all that toxic stuff gets old. Like, eventually you're gonna want some stability, you're gonna want peace, you're gonna want happiness. And I know that sounds so cliche, but that's because we normalize toxic things nowadays. Being at peace and just having a healthy situation is boring to people nowadays. Not me. I need to be at peace all the time. So it's just like, I'm happy that, and that's another thing. I wanted to be with him for mad long. I knew he was the guy that I want to be with, but I just didn't know how to, like, fix our situation. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I would overthink. I would cry. I didn't know what to do.
A major thing is, you know, that I really want to touch on, as far as all my fellas out there, all my dudes out there, even for you ladies to listen to and understand, put in perspective for your situation with your man. A man is only going to do what he wants to do. And every boyfriend isn't a man. So, you know, a lot of the mature decisions that I had to make and step up and make is because as a man, you have to lead. That doesn't mean you control. That means you lead. And there's a difference, you know. A lot of men think, oh, this control is everything, you know, dominating a woman in a sense of telling her what she can and can't do, or telling her where she can go, when she can go, telling her to jump, you know, and expecting her to cartwheel when you say so. And that's not what makes a man. That's not what makes a leader. And at the end of the day, it took really slowing down, listening, understanding how she wants me to communicate. I can say things many different ways, many different tones with many different dictions, but it's just simply putting it to her in a way that she can communicate. Everybody has their own language, you know? Not even love language. I'm literally just talking about communication. You got some people who always are irate or going through the roof, and those people, sometimes you gotta match their energy, you know? Or sometimes you just gotta come a little bit lower to them and talk to them in the sense of, you know, in a tone so light and delicate that they'll listen. With her, more or less with me, I just really had to be peaceful with her. She's a very peaceful person. She's a very delicate soul and a precious spirit, and I come off very aggressive sometimes, mostly all the time. Everyone, people always tell me I'm mean, and when it's just crazy because I'm one of the funniest people that, and she'll tell you that I'm such a jokey, fun person. I love to have fun. It's just, you know, I just come off a bit stern, you know, like a strict father, and that's not good in a relationship when your girl doesn't want that. She doesn't want a father. She doesn't want another father. She wants a man. And I had to take time and take a step back and just learn how to communicate, listen, and understand. The smallest things matter.
Yeah.
So the few things that I want to list that make a man are understanding, communication, patience, on both parts, of course, but a leadership, providing. These are all the things that make a man. And even lacking one, you can do everything else, but you cannot provide. You can do everything else, but you cannot lead. And that can fuck up your relationship if you're still carrying yourself like you're the man or you're the leader, and you're not. That's not you. Some men are submissive. Some women are super dominant and more powerful and must take a lead. And it's all about knowing your partner, identifying that, like, you know, like, okay. Yeah. Like, you know what, baby? You take the lead. And we're both super dominant, and we're both alphas. Yeah. And so sometimes, yes, I'll steer her the right direction, but I'll let her drive the boat. I'll let her drive the boat because, you know, I understand she's very intelligent, and she understands things, and she has a very creative and unique way of looking at things. And it surprises me sometimes to see what, you know, she can do. You know
what it is, too? I just feel like we've been so used to fending for ourselves for so long, being so selfish for so long. Like, so when it comes time to share with someone, or share feelings, share your stuff, share your food. Why you be eating my food, y'all? I'm serious. But nah, like when it comes to doing stuff like that after you do for yourself, you have such a selfish mindset, unintentionally of course, but when you get to it on your own and if you don't do it, nobody will. Once you're in that type of situation and then you get in a relationship, it can cause conflict a lot, and that'll cause you to have to reevaluate everything you used to do like on a daily basis. To now, it's like we share everything. You have to consider your partner for everything. Every single thing that you do, you have to consider your partner everything. I swear. Like I be telling him sometimes, like I be asking my best friend for advice. But my best friend, she's she's a wife, and I'm not just saying that because she's my best friend. I'm serious. Like she cooks, she cleans, but she's not a fool. Like she's not gonna be overly submissive to the point where it's like, ew, but no, she's a wife. And I be like, dang, I'm so used to doing for myself, fending up for myself. It's just like, what do I do? Do I do more of this? Should I cook? Should I clean? But then I used to have a mindset, it's like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'll do it, but if you tell me to do it, I'm not doing it. But I used to have one of those type of mindsets where it's like, when a man treats you good, he makes you feel good, and he does his job, you won't want to do that regardless. Plus more as a woman. Like I think, well, me personally, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure most of y'all can relate.
I guess that's when we'll get to reassuring your partner, reassuring one another. I think that's super important. You can tell somebody you love them, you know, all the time, you know, but if you're not showing it, that's the thing that they're gonna go to sleep and think about. Like, well, yeah, he said this or she said this, but what did they do to show you? And the way I started, you know, just to provide like reassurance, like something major that I really started doing is just the really tiny little things. And I felt like throughout our relationship, I had my guard up so much that I used to not do the small things, like tell her I love her, or tell her she's beautiful, and tell her how much I care about her, how much I appreciate her. So I just started, one day I just started telling her I love her for nothing.
Yeah, he told me like 40 times in a day, and I thought he was trying to be funny, but you could tell by the look of somebody's eyes.
Yeah, like I literally would just be like, Paris. And she'd be like, what happened?
Alright.
And she'd look at me and I would be like, yo, like I love you. Like, you know, like I love you. And I would just say it all the time. Every time one of those thoughts popped in my head about anything, I would just call her if she wasn't around me, or you know, just get her attention and tell her like, yo, baby, I love you, you know? And the more that I said it out loud, the more I realized like, yo, like how much I really did feel for this person, you know? This girl right here, like she's such an amazing woman, and it's to the point where right now, like
Sorry.
it's to the point where right now it's just like I told her like I love her more than I ever have before. We have no secrets. We share everything. We just communicate, you know. There's things that people would try to use against us in the past to divide us, like random girls on Instagram DMing her, you know, trying to say, oh, well, your nigga was here with me, or just, you know, random shit like that.
And then on top of that, we're both known. Very known, so it's like somebody's always gonna have something to say. Somebody's always gonna have something to say.
And of course, these are the things that we argue about, and it's the type of things where we wouldn't even think about the fact that if we shared this prior to,
this wouldn't happen.
You know, just telling her like, yeah, it was some fan ass bitch, or some fan ass female, you know, recording me or doing whatever, you know, or touching my chain in the club, or just random little stuff like that that make things appear to be something else.
But you want to know something too? I think the reason why we didn't share little things like that is because, I'm gonna keep it a buck, I feel like we both wanted to play the victim. Like, either you gonna get caught first, or I'm gonna get caught first. But I want you to know I love you, I'm here and everything. But you ain't gonna get on, you're not gonna have a reason. I think that's what it really was. Like, you're not gonna have a reason, because even though some things could be harmless, it doesn't matter. The little things always count, and it's just like, I'd rather find out from you than somebody else. Right. So it's just like, when you're in a toxic situation, I know so many of y'all can relate. You be like, I don't know, but yeah, like, sometimes us as women will go try to find things, put two and two together. Like, I'm not gonna front y'all. Let me tell y'all something I did, right? There was this one time he posted something on his story, And he was like, you know, being funny, whatever the case may be. And then some girl shared it and it says like something. It wasn't funny, but it was something like, you know him or something. So I couldn't, the way he shared it on the story, the name was like 90% blocked out. You could not figure it out, but you know me. I'm always find a way. So I looked at the bottom.
Think she's Sherlock Holmes?
I am. Put a hat on me. Look I looked at the bottom of the name and I made out every letter with those type of shapes and stuff. I found it, long story short, and I wrote the girl. That's another thing. Don't be writing people. I don't write people, but I was at a point where I was like, nah, I gotta figure out something. But it's like when you're in a toxic situation and one wants to find
Stuff
the other doing
so normal, like so normal.
It's just I'm happy we got that situation.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it, like, you know, even telling your partner, you're like admitting that y'all were dating other people, or, you know, seeing other people, spending time with other people, which is really what hurts. It's not even the fact that, you know, communicating with other people, or whatever, but spending time with somebody else when you value that person's time and so much because you really love being around them or being with them, you know? You love it so much that just imagining somebody else enjoying their vibe is like
Ooh.
unbelievable, you know? And it's like a knife through the heart, and it's like betrayal.
Yeah.
For me as a man, I've done so many things that pushed her away, you know, breaking up time at the time for stupid reasons, that when she started dating other people, it was like, I had to take responsibility for that. Like, I had to really sit back and be like, yo, like, I could either play victim and blame her, or, oh, you're dating other people, because even, let's be honest, as men, we're so possessive, even as just you know, as people, like, we're so possessive over things that we love that even when we break up in our mind, that's still my girl.
Yeah.
For me,
Like
you know,
versa.
and I'm, you know, and it gets to the point where we feel like betrayal because this person decided to move on with their life because we're not getting it right. And you can't, you know, blame that person for that, or you can't personalize it, or you can't feel away for that, because it's like, you know, your actions have led you to this moment. So before pointing the finger at her and just being super upset at her for you know, for deciding that she wanted better than the toxic situations that, you know, we were in, I couldn't blame her for that. All I could do was one or two things. Either I can correct it myself, bring it to her, and see if she wanted to correct it too, or we could just part ways
And just end everything.
and end everything. And we both didn't want to do that. And I think also spending time with other people or dating other people both showed us how much we actually care about each other, how much we love each other, every single aspect, you know? And I think that's the real reason why right now, in this moment, we can honestly say that we're more in love than we have ever been.
Facts. Y'all,
in our
I ain't
lives.
been in love too many times. I swear. Like, even saying that, I felt like it's taken away from my gangster. Like, I don't like that, but nah, I'm definitely in love. Y'all, I'm in love. Y'all, that happy for me? Still, I'm in love. Y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like every single day, like, he gives me a reason to be more in love. And I don't want to seem so gushy and nothing like that. But that's some real shit. Like, y'all know I talk real shit on my channel. This is some real shit. Like, we really got down to the nitty gritty, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like, it's so many things that we reveal to each other that makes it harder to go on every single day, knowing that you want to be with that person, but you have to deal with the extra baggage. And I think that's what makes it better and more, our bond more strong. Because it's like, even though we're battling our own demons with certain shit, we still put our relationship on top of that. So it's just like, little things like that could really show you why somebody really want to be with you. And you don't have to think, damn, I wonder if he really want to be here. I wonder if she really want to be here. Obviously.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
Nobody's gonna put themselves through certain things. As far as a man, you know, most men feel like, oh, as soon as their woman decides to see other people, they feel the ultimate betrayal. They feel like no matter what they do, no matter how much cheating, no matter how much stupid shit, no matter how many times they embarrass her, no matter what they do, she's supposed to stay there. We have this stupid sense of loyalty that is unreal. That is unreal. And I feel like as men, we gotta stop that. Like we gotta step up and correct that, because at the end of the day, you can't expect no woman to stand by you and you put her through the ringer.
Vice versa,
Men do too. No,
but
I'm saying
it's more common.
I'm saying men have this we have this crazy idea of loyalty as to where women, we can do everything in the world. All women are supposed to be at home, miserable, crying, just not moving on with her life, waiting for us to come around, waiting for us to get it right, waiting for us to grow up, waiting for us to mature, waiting for us to be prepared or done being outside to settle down. And I feel like, you know, if you're not willing to sacrifice certain things, like you're not willing to make sacrifices for your partner, then
you don't really want it.
You don't really want it at all, and you can't blame her for wanting to move on.
And I think everybody has a different point in life where they're ready to settle down. But you gotta understand, at a point in time, whenever you finish having your fun, you're not gonna just jump into a situation and it's healthy and it's, you gonna have to start all over again. You gonna have to build your trust. You gonna have to do all of that. So it's just like, y'all gotta understand. I know some of my views might be a little bit younger than me. Some people might be my age. Some people might be a little bit older. But nowadays, it's like, if you can't be in a relationship where you can still have fun and still have a healthy relationship, you have to find that balance. If you don't have a balance, it's just kind of like,
what are you doing?
You're gonna have to eventually pick, and that's gonna affect your relationship. It's all about balance and creating trust, reassurance, like he said, and just, you know, I don't know, y'all.
If it's not something that you're ready to do, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, and don't waste nobody's time.
I recommend coming clean, or, you know, putting it all out there, laying all your cards out in front of y'all, and just making mature, honest decisions. I recommend it to everybody.
So, okay, if somebody right now who's watching is in a situation where they're ready to come clean, but they know that their partner is not ready to receive that information, or will be unfair and play the victim knowing that they've done things, what do you suggest?
If your partner, coming clean isn't just for, you know, moving on in your relationship or for one person in a situation. Coming clean, honestly, it's not for your partner at all. It's really for you. Because one of the major things that would disturb me and make me grumpy or just angry at her for no reason is knowing that I had to lie to her. So when she asked me certain questions, I would be defensive and just have an attitude over it, because I knew I had to lie and I didn't want to lie. You know, sometimes just relieving all of that stress off you, just getting it out off your chest is what you really, really, really need for yourself, for your soul. Mm-hmm. Like, you just gotta get that shit. The lying, and you just start lying so much, you get good at it, you start believing this shit. It gets to a point where it's like, who am I?
Right.
I'm lying so much. I was lying so much. She didn't even know who I was anymore. She would tell me that, like, I don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. I don't know nothing about you. You're just so secretive. You're so this, you're so that, and that hurt me because, you know, like, it just sucks that the person that you love the most doesn't see you for who you really are, and that's really what hurts. Mm-hmm. But if you ready to come clean, if you ready to share, get shit off your chest and relieve yourself.
Make sure they're at that point too.
You know, even if they're not at that point, make sure that you understand that if they're not ready to forgive and come clean as well, then you're not wasting your time. I don't think so. I think if they're not ready, that's on them. If they're not ready, then, you know, you come clean for yourself and you tell them and you move on. Mm-hmm. You move on. You know, if they're not mature enough to sit down and, you know, share or come clean, or, you know, just be honest. If they're not ready for that, then it's time for you to move on. And you will find somebody who will be as mature as you. You will learn from your mistakes you made in that past situation, and you'll be better. Mm-hmm. You can bring the better you into a situation for somebody who will deserve it. Because clearly that partner who's not ready to grow up or not ready to mature, ready to understand, listen, and communicate, they're not ready for you. So that's a major thing, you know?
I think that one of the main things that I've learned to do to make my relationship better is I'm personalizing this to me specifically, but you gotta learn when to let a man be a man. And even if you used to being single or you used to doing things your way, you gotta understand that when you have a man and you have a boyfriend, there's certain things that you can and cannot do. And not because he's trying to control you, or not because he just want to act like he own you or something stupid like that. Sometimes it's really for the better. And I think a lot of things that he's done is help me learn and help me realize certain things that I probably would have looked over and any other day, really. And I just try to understand him more and understand what he likes in a woman, really. Because I just feel like there's nothing, and this is another thing, there's nothing wrong with submitting to your man in a certain type of way. And I'm not really a submissive woman, but I'm still learning how to care for my man, how to, I don't want to say how to learn how to keep a man, because that sounds like,
I mean,
you think?
No,
I don't
say
really.
that because there's certain things that women do that run us away just as easily.
That's true. Just certain things that you just, I'm so tongue-tied. I can't get the words out. But there's just a lot of things that he's taught me that made, like, that was for the better, basically. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I can't really get my words right.
Like, to get specific, transitioning from being a young single woman to being a future wife, a head of a household. I'm not saying that she has to cook, she has to clean, she has to. I'm not saying any of that because we both split responsibilities.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we don't. I pay the bills.
I know you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that.
As far as just things around the house, like we split responsibilities. I won't never put too much pressure on her, but she does cater to me in a sense. She makes sure she lets me know that she cares. She makes sure my hair is done. She makes sure my scalp not dry. She makes sure that my clothes are clean. And those are the small things that a man, not having to worry about those small things can give you more time to focus on making your woman happy, on maintaining your household, on making money, paying your bills, on the small things like surprising your girl with flowers because you have the time throughout the day because you're not in the house, just stressing over just taking care of things that, that your partner can help you with. Mm-hmm. It's the very small things that matter. And I commend her so much on working on what she's been working on. She's been cooking and cleaning and just trying to be, like a housewife, even though she is so much more than a housewife. She's like everything in one. And, I'm really looking forward to having children with her because she's, an amazing spirit and an amazing soul. And I honestly, I really love the woman that she's becoming, and I really I really admire the woman that she's becoming. Like, I watch you grow, and I watch you come a very long way, and I'm proud of you, like, for real, bro. I know you too, baby. You make me want to be a better me.
I think another thing for me is the fact that he doesn't ask me to do these things, the small things. I just be wanting to do it. Like, sometimes I just wake up and be like, dang, he been doing a lot lately. He really been trying. And that's one thing about it. If you want to go to a healthy relationship after being in a toxic situation, you maybe lose my train of thought. Nerve. If they wanted to, they would, and that's go for both parts. I'm telling you, because I don't want to just cater to the women and be like, yeah, for men, nah, because men go through these things too. So if it's a man watching right now and your girl just not getting it right and you're really trying, that's what I was saying. What really matters, and this is how you know that he's the one, if he's willing to try and he's willing to change for you, that is the man that you're supposed to be with. Because so many men nowadays in this generation is so stuck in their ways. You either do it like this or I'm gonna find somebody else to do it, who not gonna ask me for much, who not gonna backsass me, not gonna talk back. They're gonna do what I want them to do. And then you have a man who's willing to compromise. And I think a man that's willing to compromise is the best out there, because you gotta understand, you can't try to change nobody. You gotta let people be who they are, and you have to let people do what they rather do. And if what they rather do instead of nonsense is to change for the better, that's the person you need to be with. I'm just saying, nobody perfect, nobody have no picture perfect relationship. I mean, look at freaking Beyonce and Jay-Z. She's fucking Beyonce. But at the end of the day, they humans just like us. Shit happens. Like, you know, especially when you're a very known person, especially when there's a lot of temptation around you, being a black man, being a man with jury, and you know the certain stigma they have around certain men who are in certain crowds or be around certain people in the clubs, got a lot of money. Like, you know the stigma they have around men like that. And if you got a man that done did all that and he's still trying to change for you, he got a little bit extra going on. That's the man for you. And I've been wanting to be with this man for so long, and I'm just happy to be getting married.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, me too. I wake up happy, I go to bed happy.
Yeah. Ooh. And a man, y'all listening to me right now, a man that's willing to learn your body when you are in any type of intimate situation. Look,
it's really
that's
about
a
patience
big
and
thing.
communication. Patience and communication.
But that's one of the main things that really turned me on about him, and not just sexually, just turned me on about his whole person, his whole being. You're willing to ask me questions, ask me what I like, what I don't like. And I think it's way beyond a love language. Like, you have to just questions and ask it in a way where it's like you're not literally telling me what to do, but I want to know how to please you and how to make you happy, and me making you happy makes me happy type of situation. I'm like, when he was asking me certain questions, I love this man. This is slightly.
Yeah, we really wanted to make this video to like tell y'all like it's possible. It's
Definitely.
it's possible. Like
Yeah.
you know, I always thought in my mind, you know, if I ever dealt with a woman and she moved on, and once she was gone, she was gone. You can have my woman, you can keep my woman. Like that's how a nigga's mentality is. Oh, you want her, have her. Like, you know, as soon as she decides she's gone, she's gone. Like, I'm good, I can move on, I can get 1, 2, 3. You feel me? And that's how our mentalities are. And it was like,
so normalized.
for me, it was just like, nah, like, that's my woman. Like, I know what I did to make her be there. I know what I did to make her not want to be here. And I know what I need to do to make her want to be here again, you know, to make it a safe, happy, warm, trusting, you know, positive place for her to be, you know, for her to grow, for her to build on herself. And I always use the term like, we broke each other so much, and I really mean that, because, you know, pain over time, you know, hurt, you know, heartache and all that breaks you down. It breaks you down, makes you raw. Even if you're the most egotistical, prideful, narcissistic individual, that heartache, that it will strip you of all of that, and it'll make you see yourself who you really are. And once you have that, once you're at that point, you know, all you can do is come to somebody, whether it's your partner that you are gonna make it work with, or somebody new who's coming to your life who, you know, gives you the inspiration that you need to build on that broken foundation, you know. And that's all you can do, man. That's all we could do at this point. We can only go up.
Really,
you know, we can only go up, and at that point, once we agreed, like, either we're gonna go up, we're gonna go our separate ways. But we both agreed that, look, we broke each other down.
We gotta build each other back up.
You know, so that's what we wanted to do. And you know, I really, you know, a lot of people wanted to just watch this video so we could tell our specific details about
just
what
expose
it
each
was,
other, and it's not even about
and
that.
I feel like I would never, ever try to negatively display this woman publicly. I would never argue with her on social media. I would never ever try to embarrass her or bash her or want any of you to do that. And she feels the same about me, you know. Like I would never. You feel me? And not to say that it's anything out of the norm from what you guys are going through at home. It's all the most normal shit, most normal things that we choose to, you know, like make major.
But yeah, y'all, we came a long way. 2 years later, for some people they get it right away. For some people it will take them 10 years,
It don't matter
5
the order.
years. It just whenever y'all are at, whenever you guys are eye to eye and you're ready to start over without literally starting over, but you're ready to accept each other for your flaws and so on and so forth. I think that's when you really know whether that person is worth it, worth your time, worth sharing your feelings, worth your vulnerability, everything. Like, that's how you know if a person is for you. And some people don't get it right away. Sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes you really do gotta work with somebody. It's just like I said, are they worth it? That's your personal question you have to ask yourself.
Yep.
Is it worth it? Because if you know for a fact it's not worth it, don't put yourself in a situation that's you just gonna be hurting yourself. Some people don't care. Some people feel like you owe it to them. Some people are so stuck in their ways they don't care. Like, and they don't, that's not the situation they want to be in. Don't force something on someone. Like I said, if they want to do it, they will.
We have to normalize treating people how we want to be treated. We have to normalize caring and giving people the best of us now instead of promising them a better us later. We have to normalize giving people who actually care about us the same energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We have to make these things normal because it's too normal to be toxic. It's too normal to hurt the people that we love for our own personal selfish reasons. Because we want to have fun, or because we want to be with our friends, or because we want to enjoy ourselves or portray a certain image to the public. You know, like these are the things that I feel we have to shape. We have to normalize the right way of thinking, you know. We come from a generation where nobody's together from when they're children, you know.
Yeah.
Like our grandparents and our great grandparents, they were together from young. They were together from young. They were each other's only partners in life ever. They went through everything together, broken, built each other up, you know, built families, solid foundations, raised children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and now, you know, we normalize all the wrong things right now. Everything we do is terrible.
Our grandmother was like, I'm gonna stick beside him. Word.
You know, like through whatever, and you know, like, and I'm happy she's, you know, wearing this nice little cute little top. I actually like it, you know, I support it. But these are the things. There's men who, oh, why are you wearing that? Or oh, I have a very particular outlook on this because if you're going out, you're going out. You know, or if you're doing this or you're wearing this, you know, it is what it is. And all I ask you to do is, if you're wearing, not even to describe it as a whole ass outfit, but if you're wearing a whole ass outfit, carry yourself like a lady in that whole ass outfit. Don't wear the whole ass outfit and shake your ass so much that it's coming off and it's, no, carry yourself. You look beautiful in it. It doesn't matter what you got on. Always be a lady, all the time. You know, and that's all I can ask of her. That's all I can ask of her, you know. And these are the things. It's the very small, little things that I feel like if a lot of men just took a second to just put yourself in your partner's shoes and just think about it. You know, I come from a household with 7, 8 women. You know, I have 6 sisters. Like, I understand the point of view of women so much. You know, I empathize. I have certain points of views where I would never, with most men, just think, oh yeah, bitches, you know, and I would never think like that because of all the women that I've, you know, been raised around. And it got to a point in my life where I started joining that crowd. I started degrading women. I started not caring. Started brushing things off. You know, like whatever. Like, you know, hoes will be hoes, and you know, I just started being a statistical male. And I feel like that was a major downfall for myself, especially being in my relationship, because how can you love someone that you don't respect? You can't. If you don't respect yourself or your partner, you can't love them. And that's not love. So many things that people normalize right now, that's not love. It's not. You know? Hurting each other consistently, that's not love. Putting each other in positions where, you know, you forcing people to just do shit to be spiteful or get back at you or to hurt you, you know, that's not love. And I think we all have a very terrible definition of what love is because we really don't know. You know, we cast the word love on so many situations that aren't really it. And we have to just let the love come to us naturally. And like, I knew from the moment I ever spent time with this woman, from the moment she ever graced me with her presence, I knew that I loved her. And I think the fact that I love her so much is why a lot of things that happen in our situation hurt me so much, you know? And I appreciate her and I commend her for even allowing me to, you know, have so many tries at getting it right, because she didn't have to give me as many as she did. And I pretty much, I count it as a blessing, you know, to be here right now with her, even talking to you guys. Like, I count it as a blessing.
We're not gonna talk your head off, but we did really think that this was an important message to put out, especially from us being us and the type of lifestyle that we're so used to. We just wanted to show that it's possible to go from this to that if you really want it and you really are willing to sacrifice a lot to put someone else first for a change, you know? So I know there's a lot of y'all out there probably really needed to see this video.
I know there's questions.
So many questions, and we are ready to answer. You know, this is still something new for us, obviously. We just happy to be here, y'all. And like I said, I'm happy to put this on my platform. I know this is not the type of content that y'all used to, you know, me putting up and stuff like that, but you gotta like change sometimes, you know. I'm feeling the vibe here. And this is just one aspect of our relationship. We're very fun. We plan to really bring y'all into our life and show y'all our different ways of life and how we like to go about things and fun and stuff like that. So if y'all want to see more of us, more of him,
you guys need more coming clean. You know, you guys wanted to submit questions or just, you know, anything, even if ladies, if it's something you want to ask, you know, about your man or what you should do, or, you know, like I'm here, you know, like we're here to communicate with you guys.
comment down below.
Like, yeah, like, you know, that's what you want, we got you. Holy.
Yeah.
Paris.
Holy in Paris.
Paris and Holy.
Yep.
And yeah, this is what we promised.
This is us coming clean. We already did the hard part. Now we just wanna share with y'all what it's done for us so far, and we still have a long way to go, but clearly our methods are working so far so damn good.
Yeah, we don't got no pretend in us, we don't got no for
Nothing.
play, we don't got no cap in our rap.
Dead serious. This is some real love right here. Young black love. I know y'all like to see it. That's what y'all always say. But
What
if
they
you
called
guys-
us, they said we
What?
the realest couple on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, period. Look, you ain't gonna see too much raw stuff, and you can have a nice, vulnerable, raw conversation without it being so cheesy or exposing or degrading. Like, it's very much possible. But if y'all like this type of content, make sure y'all comment down below. Make sure y'all like this video, and I hope y'all subscribe by now, because you're gonna be seeing a lot more of him, a lot more for us, and I do want to put out different type of content for y'all myself, which is hence, you know, what we doing or whatever. And yeah, this was really big.
Yeah, I mean, we planned it for a while. Well, we planned to do it a while from now.
Yeah, we didn't plan to do it now, but
you guys
y'all wanted
requested
to see it. Yeah.
So,
here you are.
we made it happen. And I mean, honestly, it was a super relief for me, even to just, you know, talk out loud and say it the way that I feel. You know, it's a really relieving thing. Yeah, this whole process has put me so in touch with my emotional side, and I'm somebody who's so blunt and intense all the time that this is definitely something that's good for me.
He love me, y'all.
Yeah, I do.
All right, y'all, but I'm about to take my man and go, because I've been filming all day. We've been fiending to make this video. I was so excited about making this video, so I'm happy to finally get it out for y'all. He done cooked, yo. He just made some salmon. That food was good.
I cooked that. Like, I never cooked before in my life. Like, now I cook.
He was rubbing the fuck out that seasoning on that salmon.
Like,
right now.
You know, like I'm preparing right now. We're getting ready to be, you know, parents. Like, we're preparing, and you know, like.
Hey, be careful what you wish for. They think I'm pregnant.
I'm saying we are practicing.
Yeah.
The small things, you know, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun experience. So,
Yeah.
like she said, you know, comment below if you got any input, you know, support.
Yeah.
You know,
Y'all happy for us?
just comment below. Definitely hit the subscribe button. You know, definitely hit the like button. Like, tune in, and you know, and let us know in the comments. Definitely let us know in the comments if y'all want the Paris and Holy couple page.
Yup.
Definitely let us know.
Channel.
The couple channel, yes.
We not a YouTube couple,
Nope.
but we do YouTube videos as a couple.
We a real couple.
No fake shit. Don't forget to.
We are a partnership.
Yep. I only wanted to kiss him because my lip combo. He don't get it. You can't kiss out the lip combo.
the lip combo.
What?
The combo.
Yep.
But yeah,
We're gonna see y'all.
we appreciate
in
you
the
guys.
next
This is
video.
our first official video together. This
on
is
the
our
internet.
aftermath. Our coming clean, the aftermath,
After that. Yeah, let's go.
volume 1.
Right?
And you know, stay tuned for more as you guys watch and tune in, and the more we provide you, of course, you know, we'll let other things slide. We'll give you more insight on what actually, you know, transpired between us. And yeah.
So we're gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.
Baddest bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now.